Apparently it's real. Apparently it's fucking real. You're right, Ike. You are exactly right. Proving my theory that, you know, most Persona players and don't know 1 and 2. Oh boy. Because people are going to be annoying as shit about this. And don't get me wrong. Now, I love 3. 3 is a good one. 3 is a really good one. Hell, I tell people all the time, like, you know, when it comes to Persona, like, which one should you start with? Naturally, like, if you, like, for a lot of people, I say for the more modern Persona, I'd say 3. I would say 3. I would go back and tell them that 1 and 2 definitely has a good story. Hell, 2 probably has the best story out of all of the Persona series. But it suffers from non-modernization, meaning it should keyword get a remake. 3 is a fan favorite. 3 is a fan favorite for a reason. And hell, it was a first for a lot of people too. But I will say that, you know, this is good. This is good. I'm not even like a bit jaded about it. I'm not even a bit jaded about it. Like, this gives me partial hope that in the future they would go back and give P1 and P2 the same love that they're giving to more recent entries in the series. It gives me a little bit of hope because those could do with a bit of modernization, a bit of sprucing up, just to kind of remind players where the roots came from. Hell, shit, if anything, give if a little bit of a remaster or something like that, just the roots of Persona. But yeah, I kind of saw this coming. It's been hinted at. It's been rumored for quite some time. People who, especially newer Persona players who recently came in through 5, and you know that was their fan favorite or their first, um, you know, went back and played earlier. When I say earlier, I mean 3 and 4. because those recently got remastered. And they went back and played those, and naturally, is a huge selling point, especially with the movies, especially with the anime movies, which were really good. And I would highly suggest if you were to see Persona in any kind of anime form or animated form, go watch those because they were amazing. Um, but yeah, it's just one, the Persona fan base, especially the newer fan base, is going to be fucking annoying about this. I mean, and rightfully so. They got what they wanted. They got what they asked for. Now with the recent release, re-release of a remastered Persona a few months back, um, we got P3P on PC, and everybody and their mom was like, "Well, where's Fess? Where's this and that?" Well, here you go. You get your Fess. Again, this is really, really early. This is a really, really early look that we weren't supposed to get. That we really weren't supposed to get. And again, I would assume it behoove me to assume that this is going to be like the perfect marriage of what original P3 and Fest should have been, which is like you have complete control, complete autonomy to do whatever the hell you want with your characters. And I would assume if they really wanted to give you that old school feel, that original Persona feel, Persona 3 feel, they would give you the option to have your characters do what they naturally intend to do, kind of like in the original P3. But yeah, like from the trailer, and we can watch it again. It feels more like a marriage between the two, between Fest and original P3. Graphics, amazing. Done in Unreal, like amazing. Now we're gonna stop in a few places, and again, of course, the trailer starts with Igus, because why wouldn't it? And here we are, Yasagami High. I'm sorry, not Yasagami. I'm thinking of P4, but you know what I mean. God, the name escapes me. Gakukan, excuse me. Thank you. Gakukan High. And the dorm. Now, see, the thing about P3, the thing about P3 that kind of differs, like I feel like P3 is a little more isolated in where you're able to go and what you're able to do. Where again, like Persona is a series that gets better with every entry, so to speak. So you are kind of limited in where you can go and what you can do. Like you have, your days are limited. You you wake up, you're in the dorm, you go to school, and usually after school, you have Tatsumi Port Island, um, Polonia Mall, all that. And here it is. Here it is. The club, the police station, everything is there from Tatsumi Port Island, and they're not gonna get rid of that. The ramen joint, and here we again, the police station where you get your armor and weapons. And then of course the dark hour. And as you can see, the HUD they pretty much kept, I would say 80% the same in terms of your character icons, your HP, and all that jazz. It gets a little bit of sprucing from the P5 engine, I guess you could say, in terms of your menuing and whatnot, and of course the shadows and the battle system, turn based, your general Persona turn based, but going back a little bit. So this proves that this is the marriage of Fess and P3 because you can control Yukari. You can control Yukari and what she does. So yeah, you'll have complete control over every character. So it's a marriage. Oh, the good old velvet room elevator with our boy Igor and the trash can. We see our trash can right here. Um, don't hate me. I'm a March person. You know me. You know me. You know my relationship between the attendants. Theo's cool. Theo's cool. And that's another thing we have to think about. Because this is just P3 raw. This isn't P3P. And that's another thing we have to think about. It's just P3 remastered, remade. So you don't know if you're getting FemC and you don't know if you're getting Theo. That's another thing. But since this is natural P3, you are getting the doors and Marge is here, so we know she's the better attendant. Keep going. But yeah, Igor, Velvet Room. And again, new Lotus Juice, updated soundtrack. We're guessing we're getting probably remix of the older tunes. Um, probably an option. Probably an option to have the original soundtrack as well as the remade soundtrack. That should be a thing for this because they're again um, Burn My Dread, everything. Um, timeless classics in terms of the Persona soundtrack. And some of the Megaton faithful, some of the Atlus faithful have a love hate relationship with Lotus Juice. I'm okay with Lotus Juice. I like Lotus Juice. Lotus Juice is my dude. Some people have a love hate relationship with him. But yeah, early 2024 for remake. Somebody was not patient. Somebody was not patient with this. Now, going back to my original statement, this is really, really good. This is really good for the Persona community, and we're this. It doesn't necessarily beg the question, but some people will ask, "Well, where the hell is P6?" It's kind of rough to see like what Atlus and the studios are doing behind the scenes, because again, a year and a half back we got Soul Hackers 2, which was being worked on in secret. Nobody knew a thing about that. Kind of a good surprise, I guess, but I guess it suffered from a couple of things. You could say gameplay, you could say PR. With that, it didn't get enough PR. It was just out. This is out. But Megaton, like mainline Megaton and Devil Summoner Megaton, whatever you want to call that side, versus Persona Megaton are two different evils. I say evils as that's not a good phrase, but two different sides of the same coin. Whereas one has a huge fan base that has been built up over the last decade and so. Whereas the other, I wouldn't say it's more niche, but it it paved the way for Persona, yet is kind of being forgotten in a sense. Shin Megami Tensei 5 did really, really well. And I would love to see them, continue to, push mainline Megaten for those who just got in. And again, this usually is the gateway drug for people to get into Megaten. So for anybody who's never played a Persona or any Megaten game, this is a good gateway. I will always say, coming into Persona, 3 is always a good gateway. 1 and 2 might be dated. It's a different style of gameplay. There's no social aspect, so you don't have to like plan out your days or anything. It's just a straight JRPG with 1 and 2, straight dungeon crawler. That's it. Get from point A to point B. Same with this. I mean, it's pretty linear with regards to the story. The only thing that would differ is what you would do with your days. That's it. So a really good entry for a lot of people who haven't played a Persona game or any Megaten game for that matter. Would I like to see them give this treatment of 1 and 2? Abso-fucking-lutely, especially 2. Especially 2, since I had the best story. Holy shit. Give my girl Maya the HD rework, please. She deserves it. But yeah, this great things for the Atlus faithful, great things for Persona and Megaten fans coming in the future. But by God, are the Persona fans going to be annoying? I'm not going to be as annoying as everybody else who's probably losing their shit on Twitter right about now. So, am I happy? Sure. I'm content. Now, the real thing beyond P6. Where the fuck is Re-Fantasy and what the fuck has Studio Zero been doing? That's the real thing we're waiting on. The true Atlus faithful who know about Hoshino and him leaving P Studio to go do Re-Fantasy. Again, that's the thing. A lot of Persona fans don't know the back end of Persona, and so that's another thing. Hoshino left P Studios to go work on Re-Fantasy, and he's still working on Re-Fantasy. Last time we heard about Re-Fantasy or him working on it was 2020. We are due to see what that man is working on, because if you know Katsura Hoshino, the man creates magic. He's done some good things. Again, the Megaten fan base kind of wavers a little bit about that. I have faith in the man, and I've been waiting for news about Re-Fantasy for so long. Where the fuck is that, Atlus? Please, this would be the year. If not next year, fine, next year. We've been waiting for so long, and the last time we got a Re-Fantasy trailer was goddamn 2015-ish? I want to say. So, yeah. Jesus. Yeah. So that's my spiel about the P3 Remake leak. We'll obviously see it on Sunday at Xbox. So look forward to it there in, for full English, because I don't think, well, I guess it was. I think this was an English trailer with, I couldn't tell what language that was with the big words. Yeah, either way. Again, let me know what you all think about the P3 remake and the potential for other remakes or other Atlus titles, Megaten or not. Let me know what you think.